Whenever you can do something in your world and you be honored for that and leave an example and a legacy behind, I feel like you've done your job.
Darold Williamson is an Olympic gold medalist, Nike-endorsed athlete, and collegiate national champion in track and field. But before those accomplishments, he was a 4-year letterman at business careers at Holmes High School.
Track's a sport, hey, a lot of football players come out, they try to run track and then they stay for about, 2 or 3 days. They're like, that's too much running, you know what I mean? So like, to be dedicated to a sport like track, you have to be driven, being coachable, being able to be pushed, and you have to want to be good because it's hard. It's a hard sport. You do a lot of running and you run, and you do a lot of running for myself, right, 44 seconds around the track.
Williamson won both the 200 and 400 meter races at the 2001 Texas State Championships. He holds the school records in both events to this day. He was coached at that time by Keith Randall.
Oh man, he means the world to me. Coach Randall, Keith Randall, he's such like a father figure to us. He kind of taught us what it was like to be a man, not just being responsible and taking care of what you're supposed to do in school and athletically, but like just seeing him be a father, a husband, and just a good man. It kind of taught us a lot. And just he held us accountable. We had to be at practice, even being really good athletes. He held us to the same expectation as anybody else there.
After graduating from Holmes, Williamson joined the storied track and field team at Baylor University, where his success did not slow down.
Success at Baylor came. My freshman year, we won a national championship indoor, straight to the point. I had never even run indoor track. They tell me I'm gonna run 2 laps around this thing. I'm like, what do you mean I'm gonna run 2 laps? But, it worked out. We won an NCAA championship my freshman year. My sophomore year, I actually got injured. I dealt with a little bit of adversity, right? I tore my hamstring my sophomore year, so I was sidelined for a while. But then my junior year is when I went to the Olympics. Very successful year. Ran some really fast times. To be 21 years old, to make this Olympic team, standing on the podium, then playing the national anthem, it was very special. It kind of brought me to tears a little bit. As a kid, you hear the national anthem. You hear it played at places. Obviously, you know it. But when they're playing it because of you, knowing that, like, hey, they're playing this song because of what I did and what we did, it was a big deal. It was a big deal.
After winning a gold medal for the U.S. at the 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens, Williamson returned to Baylor for his senior year before signing a deal with Nike that would allow him to run professionally all over the world. But his hero still lives in San Antonio.
I'm a foster child, right? My grandmother took me in, my brothers, and people come from a background like me. I was around crime and drugs and things like that when I was little. So my grandma, she saved my life, right? My hero. She did everything for me and, gave my brothers and I an opportunity to not be like another statistic. What it means to me to be inducted into the Northside Hall of Honor means that I did it right, and I've become an example for those that follow me, and that's absolutely something to be proud of. A lot of people always tell you, this world's not always about what you do, but about like how you impact people before you go. And I feel like I've done that, and I hope I continue to do that.
Darold Williamson, 2025 inductee into the Northside Hall of Honor.